Hey there, my name is Mason, and I'm going to be starting an astronomy YouTube channel. My goal is to teach the world about astronomy in a simple yet effective way. Astronomy is, as a whole, the study of objects outside the Earth's atmosphere. According to Merriam-Webster, it's the study of objects and matter outside the Earth's atmosphere and of their physical and chemical properties. As you can imagine, that encompasses a huge spectrum of studies, and I'm going to explain some of those today, as well as what you can do to get into these fields and start astronomy as a hobby. So, some of the major branches of astronomy include observational astronomy and astrophysics, cosmology, but I'm going to be talking about all of the most common from astronomy. So the first on this list is astrophysics. Astrophysics is the branch of astronomy that talks about the physical principles of the nature of astronomical objects, any astronomical objects, be it in our solar system or out, and the study of their chemistry and any other physical aspect of that. Astrochemistry is, I would say, a subdivision of astrophysics itself, and it's the specific study of the chemistry and the reactions between celestial objects. Like, for example, recently in Venus there was a quotations discovery of a molecule in Venus's atmosphere that could be a sign of life. Now, that discovery was later found to be false, but that would fall under the category of astrochemistry. Another thing, this is more interdisciplinary, it crosses through several types of astronomy, is astrobiology, which would also kind of go with astrochemistry and the Venus thing that recently happened. And astrobiology is, as you would probably figure out by the name, it's the study of life outside of Earth. Physical cosmology, or cosmology itself, is the study of the universe as a whole and looking at it as a big picture and not just focusing on one section. A field of this study, or a discovery from the field of the study, is the discovery of the cosmic microwave background. And also another theory that this field has put forth is the Big Bang theory. So, a famous cosmologist is Carl Sagan. Lots of people may know who he is. And cosmology. So there's a couple types of cosmology. There's physical cosmology, which is observing and studying the physical structure of the universe. And then there's extragalactic astronomy, which is a blanket term for study of objects outside of our galaxy, as you would see from the roots of the word. Galactic astronomy is just the opposite. It's the study of things inside our galaxy. Stellar astronomy is the specific study of stars, be it our sun or another star. Solar astronomy is the specific astronomy of our sun. Planetary science is the study of planets and other bodies that orbit the sun, natural bodies, as well as exoplanets. Now, the main focus of this channel is going to be amateur astronomy. Amateur astronomy is sorry, I just got an email and I had to read it. Amateur astronomy is astronomy done by people who aren't paid to do it. Amateur astronomy is not the easiest field to get into. It is rather expensive depending on what you want to do, but you can still get pretty good views. I only own a 3-inch telescope. I'm saving for an 8-inch, but my 3-inch telescope can give me great views of things. You can get, I think the largest commercial telescope I've seen is up to 30 inches, and the smallest I've seen is 2.5 inches in aperture. And I will explain how a telescope works in a future video. But amateur astronomy is a rare field that can actually contribute to its professional counterpart. Like, if you're a biologist or if you're a gardener and you're growing plants, normally you don't discover groundbreaking biological things, but if you're an amateur astronomer, you can discover a comet or an asteroid. Not so much asteroids anymore, as sky scans have been weeding out the ones, but it's still possible, however rare. Amateurs can do a lot of things depending on your budget, and we will talk about that. So amateur astronomy is a type of astronomy that is for people that are young, or people that are on a budget, or people that don't have the college education to get an astronomy job. So, you don't need a telescope to get into amateur astronomy, but I recommend buying at least a small one or a pair of binoculars. Binoculars are really good and you can still see a lot of things. I've seen galaxies with binoculars. I've seen the International Space Station with binoculars. And you can see Jupiter's moons with binoculars. And I think binoculars are a good start if you can't put forth the $150 for a 4.5-inch Dobsonian telescope. So, but if you can dole out $400-500, I would suggest getting an 8-inch Dobsonian. Dobsonians are good, are one of the best types of telescope, and in a future video I will explain why they're the best and what telescopes you want to avoid getting. And that's a wrap. I think I'm gonna leave a poll in the little info card. I think it's the top right corner. I think I'm gonna leave a poll there about what our next video should be about. Well, upcoming videos. Obviously, I'm gonna do a video about the anatomy, I guess you'd call it, of a telescope next, but